In Sri Lanka's jungles, the air is never truly silent. From the forest floor to the open sky, it is filled at almost every hour with the calls of birds. But no two calls are the same. Some announce, some warn, and some declare. In the world of birds, as in most things, there is an order to everything. Calling out like clockwork at dawn, the jungle has its very own timekeeper. Strutting proudly on the forest floor, the jungle fowl has claimed the honor of being the national bird of this island nation. Sri Lankan jungle fowl live in small families called prides. They forage in small, tight knit groups, often scratching at the leaf litter to uncover small insects. While foraging, the males call out at any sign of danger, allowing the hens and chicks to escape quickly. But a completely different world exists just a few feet above. The forest canopy is home to many different kinds of birds, but few announce themselves quite like the Malabar pied hornbill. With its bold plumage and that extraordinary bill, it cuts a striking figure even against the dense greens of the Yala canopy. Up here, the competition is not for insects or worms, but for seeds and ripe fruit. These are also deeply social birds, and between the calling and the foraging, they find time for something that looks very much like playing. Chasing each other through the canopy is what can only be described as a mid-air tussle. For a bird of such imposing appearance, they are surprisingly good fun. The hornbill is content to reign over the canopy, waiting for the forest to provide. But out in the open, the rules change entirely. Out here, food does not sit still, and neither does the bird that hunts it. Bee-eaters are among the most recognizable birds in Sri Lanka's national parks, and also among the most flashy. Sri Lanka is home to 4 species of bee-eater, and 3 of them can be found in Yala and Vilpattu for most of the year. Their hunting technique is deceptively simple. It's very common to see them perched, scouting for prey, taking off in an eye blink to swiftly capture an insect mid-air and returning to the perch to finish the job. Sandbathing is also something bee-eaters do practically any day of the year. A necessary activity that helps remove parasites from their feathers. Small, brilliantly colored, and entirely self-sufficient, the bee-eater asks very little of this landscape. Just a perch, a clear line of sight, and enough insects in the air to make the day worthwhile. Where the bee-eater never stops moving, the heron barely moves at all. Because on the edges of this waterhole, something else has staked a far greater claim. The grey-headed fish eagle. Highly adept at catching fish, these eagles perch quietly on a branch, overlooking the water, intently scanning for any movement, with enough patience to rival even the grey heron. Their feet have evolved rough soles, ideal for maintaining a steady grip on a wriggling fish. Nesting season for these eagles fall close to the dry months, when water levels are low and fish are easier to catch. Its nest is a large platform of sticks built high in tall trees, near waterholes or rivers. Reused and expanded each year, over time these nests can turn into massive structures almost a meter wide. The grey-headed fish eagle sits at the top of the waterhole's food chain. But the waterhole is only a small part of this landscape. The forests of Yala and Vilpattu are home to several species of eagle, birds that range across large stretches of open plains and dense forest, soaring high above the canopy, missing almost nothing with its piercing gaze. In the high skies, raptors like the changeable hawk eagle get a chance to shine. The changeable hawk eagle is one of the largest and most capable birds of prey in Sri Lanka. The hawk eagle is an ambush predator. It hunts almost entirely from a concealed perch within the canopy, staying hidden until the moment it moves. Most of its prey is taken on the ground after a fast, direct dive from above, which means the jungle fowl scratching through the leaf litter below has good reason to keep an eye on the canopy above it. An eagle pair will defend the same stretch of forest year after year. The changeable hawk eagle does not share its territory, nor does it tolerate competition. In the forests of Yala and Vilpattu, it shares spot at the very top of the pecking order. And every other bird in this canopy knows it. But not every bird plays by those rules. As the light begins to soften and the day winds down, the rose-ringed parakeet makes its entrance, and it does so loudly. Flashing through the canopy in bright streaks of green, these birds seem entirely unbothered by the hierarchy around them. For the parakeet, the forest is not a place of careful strategy. It is simply home, noisy, colorful, and entirely on its own terms. As the day cools, they gather in loose flocks, calling back and forth across the treetops in a final burst of color before the forest quiets. From the forest floor to the canopy, this wilderness is organized in ways that are easy to miss if you're not paying attention. It's a structure that has nothing to do with chance. It has been established, contested, and refined over generations. As the light fades over the forest, the calls drop away one by one. And somewhere high in the canopy, the hawk eagle is already watching for tomorrow. But in this forest, no throne goes unchallenged for long. There is always a bigger predator.